Hi everyone, this is my response to discussion 3. So I'm gonna get started. So in article 1, it was called Marketing in the Age of Alexa. I found this article to be very fascinating due to owning an Alexa device. So while reading the snippet about how much Lori, the lady discussed in the example at the top, relied on her assistant, I started to reflect on myself and how much I rely on mine. And when I say assistant, I'm talking about her device that's like an Alexa. It was called something else, but it's pretty much an AI assistant. Um, After thinking about it for a minute, now that I'm so used to using Alexa and the benefits that she provides me with, I could not imagine not having it, honestly. I use Alexa to give me reminders, keep up with my grocery list, inform me of the weather for each day or week, and I even ask her to inform me of the status of packages that I've ordered. So ultimately, Alexa makes my life easier. She provides me with answers quickly. She keeps up with information that I typically would probably forget and provides me with all of this without me ever having to look up the information or take time away from whatever I'm doing. I can just say, "Hey Alexa, what's the weather for today?" And she gives me the response immediately. So, this article discussed how smart assistants like an Alexa device alter the way that, or will alter the way that companies sell their products, services to customers, as well as satisfying what the customers are wanting or needing. So, with that being said, this will lead to companies being extremely competitive with one another in hopes of providing a artificial intelligence platform, and that's actually what an AI platform is called, that most or all customers are wanting to have. But there are three things that companies need to ensure they're providing their customers with um, when focusing on an AI platform. Those three things mentioned within the article are accuracy, alignment, and privacy. And these were mentioned on page 85 in that article. So these three must-haves for a company in regard to providing customers with AI platforms will result in the customer either trusting the device and company or losing their trust in the device or company. So obviously, to gain more customers and to keep existing customers, the company needs to ensure that the device is working in a way that makes it trustworthy to the customer, due to this being extremely critical because, like I said, either they'll trust the device and the company or they won't. So we've discussed previously that brands were mainly focused on customers. However, this article says that brands need to shift their focus towards artificial intelligence platforms. So in doing so, companies will be able to collect data on customer satisfaction from these, instead of putting their efforts towards doing it themselves. Um, and the AI platforms are able to do this much easier, and honestly, it will probably be more accurate than if they were to do it on their own. So, there are many other advantages to companies shifting their focus from consumers. For example, AI platforms provide brands virtual shelf space, a single channel for marketing, sales, and service, data regarding consumers like their preferences and product fulfillment. This was also mentioned on page 85. So, I do believe that this is beneficial advice for companies to take due to understanding the advantages that come along with providing such a device, especially since I own one and have had a positive experience with it. So, with technology already being a large part of everyone's lives, I do believe that in order for a company to continue to grow, they need to be able to compete with and do better than the already existing companies that provide assistance like this, or like Alexa. So the desire to want a fast, reliable, trustworthy experience from customers, I feel, is only going to continue to grow. Therefore, if a company isn't able to provide something that almost all customers are desiring, then the company will more than likely lose business. And then shifting over to Article 2, this was what's the value of a like? And I was interested in this one too because I feel like this is stuff that we are constantly, I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So this is something that I can apply to my life as well, even though, I'm not looking at my likes in terms of like what people are what am I getting from that? But it is interesting to see how companies can use this. So, on the very first page of this article, it mentioned that social media doesn't work the way that many marketers believe it does. This was on page 110. So, it also stated that just by endorsing a brand does not necessarily mean that the customer's behavior will be affected and lead to more purchases. And in my opinion, I would have thought that endorsing a brand on social media, especially like Facebook, that seems to be one of the easier ones, the brand would have gained much more awareness and recognition, and then obviously receive more purchases. Um, with myself, after seeing something marketed to me at least twice on Facebook, I usually will spend a minute or two actually contemplating purchasing the product or service, whatever it is. But for whatever reason, I'm also marketed or advertised um, beauty products, and it's all the time. Like I can't escape it. So in that case, I can understand how the you know revenue wouldn't increase because I definitely don't want to buy it if I feel like I'm like overwhelmed with the amount of times it's coming up on my page. There definitely has to be a happy medium. So that was off topic, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. So, overall, this article was questioning whether the social media campaigns that brands spend a great deal of money increase revenue or not. Um, the problem discussed is that cause and consequence are often being confused by marketers. In order to receive the most out of using social media, companies have to ensure that they are implementing both a push and pull marketing that is supporting likes with branded content. Having said that, I do believe that companies should take advantage of social media as a way to use both push and pull marketing. If the company only uses one of these styles, in my opinion, the company will likely see no difference in their revenue. Additionally, it was recommended that companies make likes work for them, make endorsements meaningful, and listen to customers after using pull marketing to find the company's best customers. Um, I feel that these are very real recommendations and could really benefit a company if it was implemented correctly. The best way to implement these types of recommendations would be for the company to first take a look at their social media channels for endorsements that would portray their wanted message and have those endorsements integrated within their advertisements. So, for example, using hashtags for a short but catchy message. A way to make endorsements meaningful could be accomplished by the product or service being advertised by a friend rather than being advertised by the company themselves, and show that the friend or celebrity or whoever is advertising it actually uses this product and service and their opinion of it. Obviously, you would want somebody that feels strongly about the product or service to do this. After gaining customers, the company needs to be sure to listen to them. A way to accomplish this would be for the company to allow customers to provide feedback to them on their experience, allow the customer to point out any changes that could be made, and then the company do their best to look further into this and provide the customer with feedback on whether there will be changes made or why the company is unable to make those changes. Um, and ensure that it's stated that they appreciate the customer's suggestion and that it's definitely relevant, etc. So, overall, in my opinion, I felt that both of these articles were discussing taking a deeper look into what customers are wanting or needing and how to use that information to have their revenue increase. So, to be more specific, both articles discussed a device or other tool to collect data from consumers. Article 1 discussed focusing on AI platforms in order to take advantage of them due to them being able to save time collecting information about customers quickly. And Article 2 discussed using social media for the same reason. So, whether businesses shift their focus to AI platforms or social media platforms, these businesses are still striving for the same end result, and that end result is to better understand the consumers and how to provide the consumers with what they want or need in order to have their revenue increase, and to be able to have a competitive advantage over other businesses who are providing similar products or services. So that is all I have for this, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.